But
like I'm not looking to
I got a question for
just
you.
not work.
So you said you went on 45 first dates, right? All different guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm counting.
Of all the 45 first dates, would you say most of them would be like either a drink or dinner?
Yes,
And of the 45 dates that you went on, who paid for the dates?
they did.
In every single, like 100% of them?
Oh yeah.
Any split?
No,
Not
no one asked
45.
me. Nobody asked me to split.
40, just to be clear, 45 first dates.
Yeah.
And in each instance, the guy always paid.
Yes.
Okay. And then you said there were 3 guys who you dated a little longer than just, most of these guys, one date, that was it. Would they continue to pay for dates?
Yes.
Did you ever pay for a date?
I'm good at like
With the 3 I'm
never a
talking about.
date. I've never paid for a date, but I've offered to pay for dessert or
Okay. Right. What would you
something.
say was like kind of the most when these guys would take you out to dinner, for example, whether it was the first date or one of these guys you dated for 3 months, did any of them take you to somewhere a little pricier when it came to dinner?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think is the most a guy spent on you on a first date?
He told me $3,000
On
dinner. He told me it was $3,000, but when I added it in my head, it was probably $1,500. But it was
only
that's a lot.
$1,500.
No, it's a lot.
Okay.
And he's the one that's still
Was it
my
like-
friend to
what's
this
the
day.
Fancy? Is it Nobu? Is that the place?
It wasn't.
that's
No,
expensive?
it was an
Expensive?
Asian fusion restaurant in downtown LA.
1,500 first. And was this a guy that you saw again or no?
Yeah, this was This was actually my true situationship.
The last one.
No, this
Oh,
was the
wait.
one before him. I was in a situationship
Oh,
with this
I
guy.
see. Okay.
Where he treated me like his girlfriend. He was living his life in reverse. He didn't want anything serious. He had 3 kids before the age of 30.
But first, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so we were in a situationship for about 3 or 4 months.
And then you said so the first date though he spent 1,500.
No.
Oh, one of the dates he spent.
One of the dates.
How much did he? What's the most that the guy spent on the first date?
I would say $1,500.
Oh, 1,500.
I would say that
And
would
then
probably be the most someone's ever spent
That
on
one
me.
specific guy, would he continue to take you on like kind of fancier dates? and
Always.
stuff?
We always went on fancy dates. And he's actually my friend still. He's the one guy, the guy that I slept with that's still my friend. Because he did not want to be in a relationship.
Damn. Yeah, sorry.
And
No, it's nothing. Yeah.
not me. Okay. So, no, he didn't want to be in a relationship. But we had a really great friendship. Like, he's a
Yeah.
great guy. And so we're still friends
sure.
to this
and
day.
So, how often did you see him? Like, how many dates do you think you went on with him?
We saw each other once a week.
For 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe about 10 times. 10, 12, 10 to 20 maybe?
Sure.
Okay. And he would always take you out to a fancy, nice dinner?
Not always. I
but
mean, sometimes we had
frequently.
tacos from the
Sure.
taco truck,
But then other times he'd spend $3,000 on a dinner.
he said it was $3,000, but
But
sure.
He was, okay. And then any of the other guys, the other 3 guys, would they ever fancy dinners? Big.
Yes.
But not one of these dinners you ever paid, correct?
No.
You mentioned that you bring your success to a relationship. You went on 45 first dates. Not one of them did you pay for. And of the 3 men that you did have continuing, more than just the first date. So I fail to see how your success, translation, your finances, your money, has anything to do with your attractiveness to a partner when you're not bringing that to a relationship by your own admission.
I think a lot of guys today in the state of California want a woman that does something
What did
in
you
their
do?
life. I'm saying I have my own job. I have a job.
Well, and this is, I'll just be blunt, this is why men don't actually care about your success or your finances, because we don't reap any benefits of your success. So when women say, well, I have these academic credentials and I have this high paying job and I'm successful, I don't have debt, I have all this money, even in your case, you went on 45 dates. Not one did you pay for. They paid for the whole meal. These men would spend thousands of dollars. Some of them would spend thousands of dollars. I'm failing to see how your success or your money would be enticing to any of them, given that they didn't reap any benefit.
That was only one date, but you don't know, I mean, you know, after a couple of dates, if you have chemistry with somebody or if you have compatibility.
Well,
but
yes.
I don't see where you're going with, because I'm saying I have a job and that
Well-
I bring that to the table, that I work.
Can I add something?
Okay, go ahead.
I feel, and I don't want you to take any offense to this, I feel like your generation was very much
Yeah.
taken into a woman has to have a job, has to be successful, because it was like kind of after the whole feminism thing.
Yeah.
And you guys were like super brainwashed into like being equal partners with the man, and how you say you want like a man with
Wait,
traditional
what?
values.
No. Hold on. So she's 52, right?
Yeah.
While that's been like slowly becoming the case, this is more so the case as time goes on. It's not like, well, it was the case back then.
No, it's still now. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying like everyone
No,
kind
but
of
this
from
50-50 thing, it wasn't like boom in the 90s and then down in the 2000s.
no, it's still now. It's still current.
No, but it's been climbing 50-50. But you're saying it was more so the case in her generation.
No, I'm saying,
which just can't be true.
Okay, like most of, at least the people I know, like women from their 30s to around her age in their 50s, are very much like they want to be more successful than putting the focus on like being, like you said, being with someone and helping them with their career and focusing on like building a family and having children and taking care of their children. They're more focused on like, I need to be successful so I find the right partner that matches me.
Well, I also grew up with a female as the role model. She was the breadwinner. My father lost his job, and so my stepmother took over. So I actually grew up seeing a woman working. So I think that's
Sure,
a lot of
that's-
where my
That's totally fine. But
ambition came from, or where
But again,
uh-huh.
so there were 3 men that you dated for about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in the relationship did your success or finances or money ever get into the picture. So how could your success be what you're bringing to the table if none of the 45 men that you went on a first date with and none of the 3 men that you had a 3-month relationship with reaped any benefits of your success? How can that be something that you're bringing to the table?
Well, those were men that I wasn't compatible with, but my 10-year relationship, we split everything 50-50. We purchased a home together. We did so it was
But that's your past, right?
Yeah,
But what I'm
sure,
saying
but-
is
but
that-
that's, but wait, hang on. You got to back
so
up.
he reaped the rewards of
Well,
my
we
success.
We understand the
But I don't
idea
see where
here
the
that
45 dates has anything to do with that.
in a
Because
previous
you're just meeting
relationship,
someone for the first time.
in a previous relationship, you said you split everything 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, you said you're looking for a man with traditional values. When I asked
Right.
you what those are, you said he provides for me.
And protects.
So it kind of,
Yeah.
well, provides and protects, sure. But if that's what your criteria is, then Brian's saying, okay, if that's true, then all of these dates that you went on recently, why would your success be something you're bringing to the table? If they're paying for everything, they clearly don't give a shit about that, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't ask them if my success mattered to them.
I mean, you guys talked about all sorts of different things. You must have talked about work and this type of thing, right?
Some of them were first dates. So you don't go that deep. You just go deep enough to know that, hey, this is my person, or we're compatible. There's chemistry.
But so conceivably, even on a first date, you would say, well, This is what I'm
I did
bringing.
have one guy say that to me. He's like, I like that you work, because if something were to happen, you're fine on your own.
was it only a first date?
It
guy?
wasn't one first date.
Yeah.
That was the only, out of all the 45, that's the only time I can remember.
Why don't you do you offer to split?
Well, after a while, not for the first date,
Why
but
not?
like if we're dating,
But I thought what
I
you
have
bring
paid for things. I have paid for things.
well,
in the
not from any of the recently, right?
like I
By
paid
your
for
own admission.
takeout once when they came over, something like
What's
that.
the most you spent? $20 on In-N-Out?
It's expensive. No, like takeout, like Postmates is expensive.
Okay,
like
30,
for
40, $50.
50, 60, something
You ever
like
take
that.
any guy out on a $1,000 plus.
No, because I have a kid that I'm supporting.
What about that guy? Didn't he have 3 kids?
Who? The one?
The guy that spent $1,500 on a dinner.
Yeah, they're adult kids.
Don't you have an adult kid?
Yeah, but
You
they're
have
out of the
one?
house. They're out of the house. I have one who's still in the house
And
that
he
I'm
had 3
supporting.
adult kids?
He has 3 adult kids that are out of, like, there's no overhead on those kids anymore.
But so if what you bring to the table is your success,
It's one of the things.
yeah,
I
it's
didn't
one
say
of,
that
sure,
it
but
was
it's one of the
everything.
things. Why don't you offer to split?
Because I have an adult son that I'm taking care of by myself.
Well, I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking about that $1,000 plus. Like if you go get tacos.
I've gotten
$50.
dessert. I've gotten tacos. I've paid for valet.
Okay, but I'm just confused if that's what you're bringing to the table. It doesn't seem like it's manifesting itself in any of the 45 dates that you went on.
I don't care about those 45 dates because they weren't my person.
But you know what? I want to say that I've been on dates too with men, and where I've offered to pay for some
Sure.
of the tab, and they refuse. They get
Sure.
offended when you say, "Oh, here, let me help. Here's my card." And they go, "What are you doing?" You know, they get so
Sure.
butthurt, and I feel like it
Traditional
emasculates
alpha
the
male.
man
Yeah.
if you offer to pay for half the bill, as if they can't afford it. So it's almost like an insult or a slap in the face to them.
Sure, absolutely. I'm sure there's men out there that feel like it would be demasculating or whatever it is. But again, if you're saying that what you're bringing to the table is your success, but I guess I'm trying to explain why men don't really care about this metric.
Okay, I didn't know that.